Okay, apologies for that, everybody. Again, this happens with YouTube sometimes. If my internet cuts out even slightly, we're talking split seconds. If it cuts out, the whole stream goes down and you have to just create a whole new stream. So it's a little bit annoying. I do apologize, everyone. I'll wait for everyone to come back into the room. Do apologize, everyone. Once my internet goes down for even like a microsecond, the stream cuts out and I have to start a whole new one. It's a bit silly. But yeah, let's get back to the trading. Buyers seem to have taken control again at the low. This was a kind of a false breakout, but will sellers take control at the top? Are buyers going to actually break out to the top here? That's the question. Looks like they might just about do it, but we don't want to really enter because this could just be a range right now. Oh dear, this damn internet. Let me know in the chat if you're back in the room. Hopefully everyone has found the new stream. There we go. Cody, good to see you. Beautiful. Oh, this is looking good for the bulls now. Look at that. But they need to take out, there's still a high right here. They need to take that out, really. And then we'll wait for some kind of pullback, and then hopefully we've got a bit of a continuation move. But we'll see. This could just be a range, though. Nothing is technically okay. We just look at that volume spike just as we broke that high. That means a lot of take profits, a lot of stops getting hit, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, so the question now is, will buyers be able to keep it up? Are they going to keep adding volume and keep this market up, or are sellers going to be able to take control and basically push this market back down again? Because at this moment in time, we do not know. Sellers are trickling in. You can see their contracts coming in, but I will be willing to buy if, let me just get the buy button ready. I will be willing to buy if I see a big chunk of buyers sort of come in, sellers start failing. I'll be willing to buy. I might even take it on my cash account. We're not ready yet. It's all sellers still. 550. Ooh, it's looking a little bit. Those buyers aren't strong enough. 90. Those sellers look a bit trapped at the bottom there, potentially that 80. No, they broke through. They're still good. Oh, there was a little chunk there of 20. It's a tough one. It really is a tough one. It's a toughie. I may look at potentially getting in. All right, I'm going to go in for a buy quickly. Let's see. I'll have my stop just below here. Let's see if these buyers who came in can actually hold the market. I instantly stopped out, but there's a big chunk of buyers coming in. Are they going to hold? They look like they might fail here. They're coming in. We might go in again. No, we can't really get above them. Oh, it's a tough one. I think. All right, I'm going to go buy. This could be it. If buyers can take control here. Oh, it looks like they just slipped down below. I need to see those buyers come in heavy, but they might not do it. Nah, we're kind of drifting below them. I think this might be, but I'm seeing the buyers trying to come back in. They're not really putting any pressure on now, but we need to get above that 100. That's it. Get above. Let's see if we can get an extension back up again. Oh, no, that's terrible. That's really bad. See how we trapped those? That's out. That's definitely an out. See how we trapped those buyers and then the sellers came in heavy below? It looks like it might just be a rotation back down again, potentially. I don't think it is truly a true breakout, unfortunately. Add it with God. Hey, Sam, do you trade gold? I don't trade gold. No, I do not trade gold. Never really have, to be honest. but we are at the point of control. Unfortunately, those buyers at the top there, I was counting on those guys trying to keep the market up, but the moment they got out, the sellers were able to take control. ZT Content, good to see you. How are you? But I'm still potentially eager to buy. I just want to see sellers get trapped, but sellers are still coming in. Look at that, 100 contracts at the point of control. Can they essentially fail? That is the question. Oh, that's looking quite good from the buyers, but can they actually push up? I want a little bit of a calmer market, to be honest. I don't like how crazy this market is right now. Look at those sellers coming in at the top there. Oh, it looks like buyers might actually do it here. I think we just about missed it. Those sellers getting trapped at the bottom there could have been it. But will buyers be able to extend it beyond the high? That is the question, right? We do not know at this moment in time. Let's see. They're adding 30. Sellers coming back in again. Can the buyers get above those sellers quickly? 20 added. All right, they look quite strong, the buyers here. They're looking good. They're looking very good. Let's see if they can actually break out at the high here. Let me move this a bit so you can see. This is a bit too crazy for me at this moment in time. I'm going to wait it out a little bit, get a bit more, not necessarily direction, but a bit more kind of clarity, because it's a little bit mental here. Look at those buyers coming in. Oh, there we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see if they can take out the high. Oh, look at that. What an extension. See if they can continue that momentum up. These buyers are doing quite well. See if they can get above the sellers. Look at that. What an absolute killer of a move. Look at them adding and adding. Damn. We really did get that extension. Beautiful play from the buyers there. Look at this. Oh, it just keeps going. All right, we're going to wait for some kind of pullback, and then we'll try get in again and see if we can catch the next move. Nice. Nice. All right. So while everyone is here, so I have a crazy story. Yesterday, I don't know what I was thinking, but absolutely, I don't know. So, all right, let me get a bit of context while we wait for the market, to create some sort of opportunity here. We'll I'll tell you the story. So yesterday, so basically my front, like my driveway, there's like a ton of weeds on there, these annoying kind of like but they're not normal weeds. They're like bramble type things, with the sharp little, the things that poke you, and nettles and really nasty stuff, right? And they just keep growing and growing. Whenever summer comes around, they just grow ridiculously big, and they go really big. So I always have to hire a company to cut them all off, and they put a bit of weed killer down, but the weed killer doesn't do shit, right? Every time they put weed killer down, it just grows back like instantly, right? So I had a company come out a couple of days ago. They made it look all nice, and I was like, while it's all cut down and it looks good right now, I'm gonna douse my driveway in chemicals. All right, I'm gonna kill these weeds once and for all. They're never gonna come back, right? So I thought, so I googled, what's a good weed killer, right? Not this over-the-counter stuff. I need something to really soak in under the driveway, right, to get to the roots of these weeds. And I saw some stuff saying about bleach. I was like, okay, bleach is relatively cheap as well. You can buy it. Other people saying white vinegar. I was like, okay, white vinegar is quite cheap. So in my mind, I was like, how about what I'll do is I get a spray gun, like an electric spray gun, like a pressure washer, but you can get like a big bucket, you fill it up with water or something, and then you can like pressure wash your drive, right, or your car or whatever. So I bought one of them. I bought 20 liters of bleach and 20 liters of white vinegar. Okay, and I mixed it up in a bucket, like a massive bucket, stuck it in the spray gun, started spraying down the drive, right? And the fumes were, they kind of hurt my eyes a bit. It was like, oh, but I just thought that's just bleach, right? Like the bleach or the white vinegar, like, it's a bit strong. It's a bit strong. And so I'm spraying away. But then after a while, I'm like, I can't even breathe anymore. Like something's going wrong. Um, so I stop. I kind of go back inside. I wash my face. I gargle. I'm like, bloody hell, my chest is really tight. I can barely breathe. Everything feels like it's burning. So I Google. I'm like, what are these fumes okay? So I Google, mixing bleach with white vinegar. What does it create? And straight away, it's like it creates chlorine gas, apparently. So I've been there inhaling chlorine gas. And instantly, ChatGPT was like, go to the emergency department right away. This is deadly, blah, 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 blah. And I'm freaking out now. I'm like, shit. Like, like, what have I just done? Have I just almost, almost killed myself here, trying to clean my driveway? Oh, look at that. Look at that. But here's where it gets interesting, right? So my chest is tight. Okay. Like I can breathe, but like my eyes were burning. I washed out my eyes. They were fine after a while. My throat still burns, because what it does is the chlorine gas apparently mixes with the moisture in your body or in your mouth and whatever in your respiratory system, and creates basically hydrochloric acid, right? So um so when the gas that's in you mixes with moisture, it creates this acid and that burns everything, right? So I'm still a bit sore. um so I basically, I just take a lot of oxygen, I breathe in, and I can slowly, my lungs are getting a bit better, like I can take bigger breaths in without wanting to cough. So but then I thought, okay, if moisture is the problem, right, I need to somehow dry myself out. Does that make sense? Like I shouldn't drink right now. I shouldn't use any water or anything like that. That's bad. And then this is the genius part here, right? I was a complete moron, obviously, for mixing bleach and white vinegar. But this is this is not medical advice, by the way, okay? Because no one will ever tell you this is what you should do. I thought, what kind of dries your lungs out? And I thought smoke does, right? Smoke kind of dries you out. So I said, how about I just try smoking a cigarette? And my lungs were hurting. I thought, okay, I'll try a cigarette. So I lit up a cigarette and I started smoking it. And I kid you not, I started feeling better. It's like instant. My lungs started feeling better. And I was like, okay, the smoke is actually helping. So I lit up another one and I chain smoked maybe like 4 or 5 cigarettes in a row. And right now, I am healed. I am back to normal. My lungs are fine. So the moral of the story is cigarettes cured my chlorine gas poisoning. Um, Obviously not medical advice. I doubt any hospital or doctor will ever tell you to do that. But for me, it worked. And look, I can breathe in, hold my breath. I'm not coughing. No pain in my lungs. Beautiful. So there you go. If you're ever in that situation where you accidentally inhale chlorine gas, have a cigarette. It will sort you right out. I promise you. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I just got a message. Okay. Yeah. So there you go. Almost, but yeah, never mix. I've learnt my lesson. Never mix household chemicals. Never mix anything with bleach, basically. Bleach is just I feel like if you mix anything with bleach, you cause some kind of chemical weapon. Because I know bleach and ammonia is mustard gas, right? And then I think bleach with something else creates something else. Can't remember what it was now. But yeah, bleach and white vinegar, chlorine gas. So don't do it. I'm telling you, it's nasty stuff, man. Really nasty stuff. It's crazy, but they used, these essentially like chemical weapons on people, man. It's nasty stuff. Like the way it burns your insides doesn't feel good, and you feel like you're suffocating. It's not nice. It's not nice. I genuinely, like, for 5 minutes I was panicked. I thought, like, yeah, I've done it. This is how I die, by cleaning my driveway and being a complete moron. So, but I'm all right. Cigarette saved me. You see, vape, however, terrible idea. That shit is that's just water vapor, basically, or like liquid vapor. You try to mustard gas your lawn. Essentially, that's what I did. Essentially, but I tell you what, those weeds, I only managed to do about quarter of my driveway, but those weeds, I guarantee, are not growing back. Nothing is surviving that mixture. I may do it again, but this time buy an actual like respirator because it worked. Like those weeds are dead. They are deader than dead. Nothing has survived that. So basically carpet bombed my driveway, and hopefully it should be nice and clean now. Okay, we're getting a pullback though. I'm keeping my eye on it to potentially jump in long. Let's have a look. I'm expecting buyers to come in soon. We had a few buyers come in, but they didn't really do much. Again, buyers coming in, but I want to see buyers come in a bit lower down, as in I don't, or ideally a large chunk of sellers get trapped at the bottom. I don't think, like, you see these buyers coming in, we're kind of getting pushed down again. That's not a good sign. Oh, there we go. Okay. This could be okay. This might be all right, to be fair. Mm, I just feel like sellers could come back in. I don't think it's ready to truly pop out. You see those wicks at the top? I can imagine sellers coming in now and push it back down, unless buyers can trap those sellers. This is kind of the moment I want to wait for. I want to see these sellers fail, then I'll jump in. Sellers are kind of failing, but they're still adding, so they could easily break through. It's not ready yet. No, you see, they're quite good, these sellers. Ooh, maybe. Maybe. Got my finger on the buy button. I'm not seeing really buy numbers come in though, but we are kind of pushing away from the sellers, potentially trapping them. All right, I'll have my stop just below here. Let's see if we can actually make the move up. I'm not completely convinced, to be honest. Oh, that's quite good. Maybe it is it. Come on, keep. I like that volume. Oh no, we're back down below the buy volume. Got my finger on the exit just in case. In fact, actually, forget the finger on the exit. I got my stop in place. It's fine. I want to get the full extension up. Okay, that's good. There we go. All right, so we're getting a bit of movement, but let's see if we can just keep breaking through. We need to break above all this volume here. But it's not looking terrible. There is potential here. Go on, keep going. Keep adding buyers. The moment they start failing, I might get out. There's a little bit of failure at the top. Come on, pop through. they're just being a little bit weak. I might take it here, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna take see the buyers breaking here. Too many sellers. There weren't really enough buyers coming in with a lot of pressure. So I think that's pretty much just a failed trade. I don't think. I mean, I think sellers want to give one more, two more stabs at it. Oh, but that's good there. How we trapped them. It's looking good and then looking bad. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't. It's kind of looking good and then it looks bad, and then it looks good again, and then it looks bad. Maybe I should have held that. To be fair, yeah, I should have probably held that. Never mind. It's fine. There's always another opportunity. I am ZT. Yes, I am more long biased now that we kind of popped through. I am more long biased for now. Up until probably a bit higher up, though. I think around 29,300, I might start shifting to short because there's a nice gap in volume in that area. You see, look, buyers are not really able to take control here. I don't think uh, it's too choppy. I think sellers could easily wipe this down for a little bit. I don't think they're fully around here. Yeah, see, it just takes a bit of sell pressure, and they can actually make a little bit of damage here. It wasn't fully ready yet. You just weren't seeing enough buyers coming in, and then you get these dangerous sell candles where they just pile on the pressure. So I'm kind of glad I did get out actually. But I am looking at potentially jumping back in. Oh, but maybe a little bit lower down. I want to see where buyers really want to come in aggressively again. Not yet. We're seeing no buy numbers really coming in. Sellers are still reloading. The numbers on the sell side are jumping. There's a little bit of buying happening there, but it was a trickle. There was a big chunk of 40. Let's go back. Let's see if those um we can have us stop here. Let's see if that 40 now we're instantly kind of trapped a little bit. I want to see if these guys can hold it. Nah, they got stopped out. Not yet. Nah, I think it's going to be much lower down before we get the buyers coming in. They're just not ready. They're just not ready. Maybe waiting till 10 to explode. I'm in long for this 1000 move. Nice going to green. Absolutely. I still think it's a long play, as in a bullish play. It's just sellers are very adamant. They have yet to give up, and we should. Oh, this is a nasty market. I tell you that. It's not nice at all. Look at that. Buyers getting trapped again. A smidge of buying coming in, but I don't want to chase them, to be honest, because I feel like sellers will just knock them back down again. We're not low enough for true, like, strong buyers to come in. Maybe I'm wrong though. Look at that. They are coming in. But I just feel in the next candle will be bearish, and sellers will just nah. It's not ready yet. I haven't really seen, like, we're not releasing those buyers there. Those buyers are out anyway. Now you see, look, and then sellers exactly come back in, trap the buyers. So it's not ready. I think lower down. Hard to know exactly where. But we'll see it in the order flow hopefully when we see the real kind of we need to see sellers give up a bit and fail. Like all these buyers coming in, they look good at first, but then there's just not enough people buying later on to keep it up. So they kind of get trapped at the top of the candle and then sellers come in and push it back down. Exactly like that. So they don't have enough momentum basically. So I think sellers are going to keep pushing it down for a little bit until buyers really come in and take control. So we'll let the sellers do their thing. 70, 80. Look at that. Look at that. That's definitely stops getting hit there as we took out that low. This could be it. I like how we moved away from that real quick. All right, let's jump in again. Let's see. I've got a terrible price there. We might just get absorbed here. Let's see if buyers can. All right, we want to stay above those sellers. Those sellers that just came in, they need to fail. If they fail, we're good. I might even jump in again if they fail. Get a better price. They're not failing. Oh, they are failing. I'm jumping in again. 2 positions, and then I can have my stop here. This should hold. We need to keep those sellers trapped. Do not let those sellers out the market, basically. There we go. Come on, give me that extension. Beautiful. Come on, come on. Keep going, keep going. Don't fail at the top here. I know sellers want to come up here, but this could be the actual move. We could get the real big move. Come on. We're up 1,000. Beautiful. Oh, big sellers coming in. Get above them quickly. Otherwise, I'm getting out because I've got too much risk on the line here. Come on. Get above those sellers. Get above. Add buyers. There it is. Come on, keep adding. Good. Oh, yeah. $1,300 up. Beautiful. Come on, keep going, keep going. Let's pop through that high. Pop through. Break. Break, you mofo. Come on, boys. That's what I'm talking about. Give me 2 grand. Give me back to that high there. That's it. Look at that move. Ooh. Ooh. Now that's what I'm talking about. Come on, keep going. Don't fail here. Ah, don't fail. Give me a bit more. Keep pushing, buyers. You're so close. I might take the money any second. Yeah, I'm going to take the money. Yeah, let's take it. That was nice. So I rarely put 2 positions on, right? Only when I'm very confident on something. And I'm like, okay. And it was literally the way that candle it played at the bottom here. I still think it will go up more. But when you got, I had a full mini on because 5 micros, another 5 micros. That entry was a bit shit. I'm not going to lie. That was a bit of a bad entry. But it really, when this happened here and when we moved away, I was like, yep, get in all day long because they just trap those sellers. We know it's quite a bullish market. Boom, we got that real quick. And I think there's more to come, but you know, sometimes you want to be, this is the thing, when you put a little bit too much size for the account, oops, shit. You don't want to mess around too much. So just take your money. But that was nice. That was really nice. But look, sellers are still trying to come back in. That was really nice. Don't know how much I made on that one. So 760 on that, and it doesn't say like, and then maybe another 7 or 8, 1,500, something like that. Not bad. So very rarely do I put 2 positions on when I'm doing like 5 micros on it, unless I'm very confident. But annoyingly, I didn't actually take that on my cash account. I don't know. I would have normally, but by the time it happened, it was too late. I didn't. Yeah. This is the problem with near the open. It's just a bit too quick. By the time you see the trade, even if you're trading 2 accounts, by the time you click on one account and then go to the other account to click, sometimes it's already moved. But I'm looking for buyers to take control again, potentially. I am looking for buyers to take control. Let's see if this looks a bit rangy, but I think they might pop through, adding a bit of volume, these buyers, but I don't really want to trade here, to be honest. I think they can do it. Just don't really want to. be stuck in this kind of area. I'm going to go to work now. Have a great day. See you guys tomorrow. And next time, Sammy, don't take yourself out with me. No problem. Have a good day, ZT. I'll see you probably tomorrow. Let's see if those buyers can keep. I think they're going to push it up. Yeah, I think they're quite good here. They're pretty comfortable. They're not really being shaken too much by the sellers. Saying that, sellers are kind of. There we go. Come on, push up, pop. Come on, buyers. Oh, you were so close. Just pop. Damn! Look at those sellers come in at 100 contracts. What is wrong with them? Yeah, it's a bit rangy. So if we get above those sellers, it could be a nice move. But they're looking a bit better, and we've got no real speed going above them. They're kind of holding it. You see, we're not kind of, we can't, or maybe we're struggling to get above that 102. So for me, again, not quite ready, but it could still happen. Oh, there it is. There it is. Little bit late, but better late than never, right? There they are. Oh, no, sellers came back in. Now, this is way too rangy right now. This is just madness. I still think buyers will do it, but this is madness. I mean, look at this. To slow down the tracks. Justin, did you catch that long? Because I know you were saying you were long. Did you catch it? Come on, guys. Come on, buyers. Yes, perfect. Well done, man. That was a great trade. There we go. Here's the pop. Look at those sellers getting trapped. This is it. Beautiful, beautiful. Well played by the buyers. Really, really nice. Oh, look at that. 559. Exactly where those sellers got absolutely annihilated. Let's put a line there. Look at that. At the top of that little wick there, that high here, the moment we crossed over, look at all the sellers get instantly dropped out. Now that is painful. This to me tells me, yeah, we're in a pretty good bullish market. Damn, 559 in one instant. Those are all the sellers getting absolutely annihilated. These guys right here. Beautiful. What a move. Sellers still trickling in, but now, I think buyers are pretty confident here. We should start getting, dip buyers coming in a bit more regularly now. Yeah, look there, dip buyers coming in. Not enough, but sellers are freaking dangerous still. Look at that. Damn. These sellers do not care, do they? They're just out for vengeance. These sellers are insane. Do we get buyers taking control again? There's not really any buying happening. There's a little bit, but not a lot. Let's be honest. Oh, 60, 70. Here we go. A buyer's gonna take control and push this market up. Can I get extension again? I did enter on my cash. I'm out on my cash. I'm getting out. I don't like it. Don't like how the buyers were at the top there, not able to really push up. I'm looking for a better move, actually. It's a bit early, maybe. Damn, look at that. Can they break the high? Go on, buyers. Put in volume. Sellers still trying to take control here. Go on, buyers. Put in volume. Put in that volume. Pump it up. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Take out the major high now. So the one on the left-hand side, take that out. Watch the contract spike. Surely we're going to see a big chunk of let's get stopped out here. Did we get it? We almost took it out, but we didn't really get a spike in volume, which is a little odd. As I'm back in, I will make it very green before they pull back to deplete and get it long. Then a sharp pullback feels like a realistic agenda. Absolutely. The down is just too slow and indicators very bullish. Holding long ES. Hope I'm not spamming chat too much. I'll chill out. No, not at all, Justin, man. Keep talking. I like your updates always. They're very good. I like your updates. Yeah, so it's a very choppy movement up. Sellers are still adamant at trying to get this market, trying to push this market up, which is fair enough for them. But I do think buyers, once they kind of break through truly and sellers truly give up, I think we'll have a good move, and it should move a little bit more free, you know? A little bit more. Oh, look at that. What the hell happened in an instant? That was no time to react. But yeah, that is a good buy for me. But I just don't like where my stop would be. Let me see if it can go a bit down and then get defensive play. Yeah, let's go. All right, let's go in long. I think we might have the extension here, but I'll have to have a stop all the way down here. So I'm going to keep my finger on the exit. I need to see buyers defend here. Yeah, I need to see buyers defend here. If they don't, I really don't like where my stop is in terms of how far away it is, because it happened so quick, that big chunk of buyers. I wanted to ideally enter there where the 52 came in or around here. But it's a nice. Look at this. Why are they not defending? Come on, guys. That's just ridiculous. See if the buyers can come in. They're coming in a little bit. It's not terrible, actually. Nah, they're getting trapped. All right, maybe not. Maybe not. That was just bullshit, in my opinion. Oh, look at those sellers trapped. I might jump in again. This is so choppy, man. What is going on? No, they're not trapped. Oh, damn, these sellers are. Damn. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. They want to take control. Let them try. I think buyers might still. So where did that original buyer come in? It was around here. These guys here, somewhere around here. Oh, maybe it's them that we need to look out for. Let sellers do their thing, and then we'll jump in again. It happens so freaking quick, you cannot chase it. I'm not going to chase this yet. This might be it. But I don't like, no, it's not. Look at those sellers coming. All right, so that 100 sellers, if we can get above them, good. If not, all right, we're kind of above them. All right, let's go in long again. I can literally have my stop below those sellers. So below that 100, we don't want them breaking out. All right, let's see if the buyers can finally do it here. Come on, keep momentum, keep buying the top. Because I want a really good move. I want to move all the way to like 29,300. Come on, guys. This is starting to get boring. This choppiness, man, this choppiness is disgusting. I hate these choppy markets. Come on. Find your balls. Add. We all know it's going to go up. So just go up. Oh, 177. Why? Why? There's no need for that, sellers. There's really no need for that. Come on, let's get above that 177, 175. If not, I may start getting out. All right, go on, good. Squeeze them out. Come on, we can squeeze them out, buyers. Get above them. I think sellers may take it here. They just, I don't know why, but for some reason, the volume that is to me suspicious. That volume, I'm starting to look at potentially insider trading here. Because why the hell are they placing 170, 200? Nah, something's dodgy here. I'm getting out. Something's not right here, guys. This doesn't make any sense. Again, we've got such big chunks of sell volume coming in everywhere randomly. This doesn't make any sense. I'm backing off for a bit because I'm starting to believe something might come out. This is not looking normal. There's no reason someone should be dumping that kind of amount of orders. Not in this area. It doesn't make any sense again. I'm starting to look at potentially this is insider trading. Someone placed 200 right here. I mean, it closed at 142, but it was 200 in one go. That's not normal. We're not at a high, we're not at a low. It's not like where you would expect normal volume to be. I don't trust it. I'm starting to believe this is insider trading. Which means, do I go in my cash? If I do a small position on my cash account and go short, fuck it, why not? Because again, I'm a little bit suspicious of the volume, you know? I am suspicious. I think we're going to get news or something come out. Something big's going to happen and this market's going to tank down. Okay, I'm in on my cash and I'm going to do the same with this. I'm just going to go 1 micro short. I'll have a stop like up here, so it's like it's a big stop, but you know, I've only got 1 micro on, so who cares type thing. And we're going to see if news comes out because I think someone is front running this shit right now. And we're just going to hold. Either we get stopped out or news comes out and we get something. Oh, live. Trump signed Secure America Act. When was that? 250. That was a while back. Okay. Is he live right now? Is that what it is? Let's have a look. No, he's not. He's not talking yet. So maybe he will say something, maybe someone knows, because someone is, again, shorting. That doesn't make sense, right? We're seeing volume come in that just doesn't add up in my position, in my opinion. So I am skeptical. I am very, very skeptical on it. Let's make this a bit bigger. Extreme Kid, how are you? Hi there. Hi. Is there a strong level to identify or draw through the flow chart? For example, demand, supply, or support and resistance? Yes, absolutely. So again, look, we've got this. Someone dumping big orders. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. So there's something called volume profile. Let me try and make this as big as possible for you. I can show you. And then we look for gaps in volume. Okay. It's better on TradingView. I need to edit the row size on this. Let me do this real quick. In fact, there's a video I have on my channel, how to use the volume profile. If you look at that, let's make this 70 or so. Let's do 80. See how 80 looks. So anywhere where you see, so for example, anywhere where you see like volume, like a drop off in volume and a gap. So you see how this is like bigger volume and then it drops off this node and then this one gets bigger, right? So bigger, drop off, bigger. These are the gaps in volume that I usually like to draw out. So I would draw this out. Let me just extend it so you guys can see. How do I open options? Here we go. Extended, save. And then these would be like my support and resistance. So there was, it worked as, excuse me, worked as resistance. And then here is support. And then further up, I'd have the same as well, on any areas that are of interest, like there. And any ones that look really good, those are kind of my levels normally. Oh shit, what's just happened? We just shot up. Zoom in. Oh no, I don't think it was insider trading, guys. Should I tell you why? Because of this. It looks like sorry, my throat still really hurts from the chlorine gas. So talking is kind of painful right now. So this spike in buy volume was actually a lot of sellers exiting. So sellers are exiting. Oh, look at this. That's insane. That's a really random spot. I don't think it was insider trading anymore. I think it was just literally people shorting, going in very aggressively, but they're out the market. So by the looks of it. Excuse me. Sorry. Chuck, wow, good to see you. How interesting, Sammy. One interesting announcement. Have you been insider trading result from volume like that before? Yeah, so we've seen that many times recently, where volume doesn't make sense. But in this case, I don't think it was necessarily insider. I think because we see the sellers exit. Now, normally, and again, we saw sellers exiting, right? As soon as they get taken out, they kind of exit. But again, it's weird that they exit here, but I guess their stops could have been just above there. It doesn't normally look like where you would expect the stop loss to be. That a little bit more, I guess. But it's still very far away. I'm going to assume that sellers exiting. But truth be told, actually, it doesn't really make that much sense. But see, if it was here, it would make perfect sense, because that's where you expect all the sellers' stop losses to be, above the high, and then they all get triggered out. It's a bit low down here, so it's a bit random place for a stop. And then up here, we're a bit far out. It is quite far away from. I don't know, guys. But normally, wherever there's volume that doesn't make sense, recently it's been insider trading. Like 9 times out of 10, it's been insider trading. Whenever you see volume that just doesn't make sense. This 1,000 kind of makes sense. It is a bit high, though. That 566, because normally when someone's insider trading, they don't exit. It will go against them. You'll see it like, go against them, but they just never exit because they know why exit, right? They're not entering based on price action or anything like that. They're just entering because they've heard, oh, this is about to be announced, so they just click buy or they just click sell. They don't care where it is on the chart, and they have no stop loss. They have none of that. Sammy, I think long is play before Trump. They're just making room for up, making it very green before a move down makes more sense. The down is just too slow, trapping shorts. I think you're right, Justin. I think you're absolutely right. For me, 29,300 is kind of the next major gap in the volume. So around here, I can imagine we would react quite heavily to shorts. I would be gearing up to short around there. Is there any specific time frame? No specific time frame, but just a daily volume profile. Extreme Kid. There's actually a video on my channel. How to? It's something about volume profile. I can't remember the exact title, but I've only got one volume profile video. It's actually my most viewed video, so you can probably find it easier that way. That one explains it in detail exactly what you're looking for. Insider trading means iceberg orders. No, so insider trading is just people who have information. So say, for example, I know Donald Trump personally, and he tells me, oh, I'm gonna announce that I'm gonna escalate the war with Iran. And I know that's gonna make the market drop down hard. I'm like, okay. So I just short loads, do you know what I mean? And then an hour later, Trump comes on and says, yeah, we're gonna escalate the war, and the market crashes, and I've just made a shit ton of money, basically. That's insider trading. And it's been happening almost every day for the past few months now. MNQ 60.1 minute candles are insane. I know this is insane right now. It's definitely gearing up for something. It's definitely gearing up for something. He's gonna say something. Is he actually speaking yet? Let's have a look. No, he's not yet talking. It's definitely gearing up for something. But I'm going to be patient before I short anymore. I only really want to short up here. I do wonder why I'm trying to figure out this volume here. Oops, not that. This volume, this 1,000 at the top. Come on. 1,100 at the top here. I'm going to draw a line on it. Let me make deep charts a bit bigger. Does it match up to anything interesting? Does it match up to anything that makes sense? Not really, to be honest. It doesn't really match up to any obvious high, low, structure point. It's a very random place for 1,000 contracts just to appear. I don't know, man. I don't know. Sellers have just taken control again. I don't know. I think buyers might do quite well here, potentially. But again, we're going to wait for around 29,300 is kind of where I want to be, to be honest. I don't really want to be anywhere, for a short at least, I don't really want to be anywhere else. I kind of want to stay around there. At the top of your chart, what does 10 DBT mean in the drop down box? 10 days, and then BT, I'm not entirely sure. Buy tick probably, but it's nothing you have to. I mean, this was just default. I haven't changed anything from this. All I'm looking at is the 1 minute chart here. This is obviously the contract that I'm trading. I think this is like 10 days. Not what the B stands for, but T is definitely tick. So it's when it loads up the chart. How far back basically do you want to see? That's basically it, like the historic. So it's 10 days, but don't worry about that. Like, you just ignore that. That's doesn't mean anything. Does deep charts have tick candles? What do you mean by tick candles? As in, does it update tick by tick? It does. But is this tick volume? No, this is actual contract volume. This is the rhythmic feed. Sellers are so active there. I'm taking a small long here before Trump. Not a bad idea, man. Not a bad idea. Look at that movement. Look at that movement. Oh, look at that volume spike again. Something is going on here. Again, we're getting close to 29,300 though. Now, of course, if news comes out, if something's news related, this means nothing. This can just get blown right through. But I do feel like we are due. I can see it just dumping very soon. I can see sellers coming in very soon. 29,300 is my, sorry, no, 29,300 is my, is where I'm interested in shorting. So let's see. Come on, just get up there. Damn, that chlorine gas really messed me up, man. Good old chlorine gas. Come on, this is getting boring, this market. This is getting boring. It's not doing anything. Do something. I've got an area from 348 to 365 that I'm looking for a short at. Nice. 348, yeah. And 365, yeah, I can see that. The start of my area technically is 29289 is the start of my area, and the end. So let me draw out like the start and end. So 20, what is it? 24,290. So 290 around here is the start, and the end is 24,355. 355. Yeah, 355. So a bit higher up. So this kind of area is where I'm looking to short in. Now I'm going to guess it's going to be around 29,300 because it's a round number, but that, again, that doesn't mean anything. So in and around this area, I'm looking to short. That is terrible. What am I doing? Short. Nifa, good to see you. Beautiful. Cody says low volume node and single print. Exactly. Yep, I see that low volume node too. I've missed you too, Nifa. I'm glad you're back. How are you? How was your weekend? I don't think I've seen you the whole week, so I know it's not Monday today, but oh, just hit my knee. There we go. They really don't want to get it up there, do they? They're just toying with us right now. Has Trump started speaking yet? Let's see. Is Trump talking? I don't think he is. Nope. Still no chatter from Trump. I'm doing well. I've got my first $200 payout on my self-funded account. Amazing. Congratulations. Well done, Nifa. Glad to hear it. I started my account with $125. That's really good. That's really good. Take those baby steps, and believe me, things will grow. Don't rush the process bit by bit. Before you know it, in a year's time, you'll be in a far better position than if you try to make it all at once, you know? So really, really good. Good discipline there. These last, since, about, for the last like 40, 50 minutes, this market's been so choppy. Just look at that. I mean, we've been drifting up, but it's like, it's just been up, down, up, down, up, down. And these aren't small moves. These are big moves. This isn't something to mess around with. I grew it to $419 the first time I had one tilt day, blew 223, then grew it back to 420. And I said to myself, let me get a payout. I left a 220 buffer, small wins. That's amazing. No, good, exactly. Take some money out. That's another problem a lot of people have, especially on the live account when they trade their own money. They become so obsessed with growing that account into a substantial amount, they don't actually withdraw money. Do you know what I mean? And, you hear stories of people who grew their account into thousands and thousands from like a really small number, but they never actually saw a penny because they never withdrew and eventually lost it all. And it's just kind of like, damn, man, make sure you take some money out always. Pay yourself for your time and your effort. Makes it feel real as well. So really good stuff. Grizzly, good to see you. Let's go. I also got funded yesterday and this morning took my first winning trade with NXD. Beautiful, man. Loving to hear that. That's really good. I trade stocks for the most part. They are range bound as well. Not much going on. Exactly, Coach. Coach C. Not much is happening right now. But I do believe we do have a trade coming soon. Well, let's make that, extend it. This is where I want it to go. What I want to see is we kind of tap into that. Lots of buy numbers appear, indicating potentially, buyers exiting. So big buy numbers, and then, sellers try come in, maybe fail a little bit, buyers rejoin, trying to push the market up and then fail. And then sellers come in heavy below them. And then we short, and hopefully we get a nice move down. I did that with my last business, profited quite a bit, but never paid myself so the business could grow, and then got burnt out and closed it down. Damn. Yeah. But, it's a lesson learned, right, Cody? Always gonna remember to pay yourself. That's super important, man. I used to do it with trading as well. I used to not take any money out of my account. And I always used to be like, well, if I took, because I looked at these compounding calculators, and I'd be like, well, if I take out, a few thousand now of my profit, I'm gonna slow, my progress down by like 9 months. Why would I do that? I'll just keep it in. But then you become so obsessed with trying to hit these ridiculous numbers that, yeah, you get burnt out eventually. And you will get hit. You will get hit hard, and then you're like, shit, why didn't I just take the damn money when it was there? Why don't I just pay myself? At least then, all right, fine. I may have lost money, but at least I actually profited something at some point, So yeah, I don't make that mistake anymore. I like to take my money out. I mean, I do it mostly like once a month. I don't like take out every day or something. But at the end of the month, I like to take some out. And I never put money back in anymore. Never deposit anymore. I'm done with depositing. No more deposits for me. Unless I lose all my money, then I have to deposit something to trade. But no more depositing for me. I just take out whatever I like, and as long as there's a good balance there, enough to kind of trade my usual size without, ever going near the risk limits, I'm good. I'm good. If I need a bit of extra money to buy something, I'll just withdraw from my trading account. Kind of treat it a little bit like a bank account, if that makes sense. Like, it's good just sitting there. It's fine. Like a savings account almost. Oh, look at this. So I feel like I want to treat myself tomorrow. I've been eyeing up a new car for a while. And I've always kind of, don't really need to buy it. Maybe I'm moving to Dubai soon anyway, so there's no point buying a new car. And there's something in me now. I'm like, you know what? I should just buy a car, buy a new car. Currently I've got a Range Rover Sport. I've had it for like, bought it in 2019. So I bought it a long time ago. It's like seven years now, 7 years old. So it's had its time basically. And the insurance is ridiculous on them because they get stolen so often. The insurance is just ridiculous. Like, I don't drive much, to be fair. Like, I go to the shops, see a few friends or whatever, but I don't drive day to day because this is like, I'm in my house right now. Like, this is home office, right? So I work from home mostly. So I'm like, there's no point paying thousands a year on insurance on a car that I barely drive, and it's just pointless. So the car I'm looking at Lambo, Rolls, or Aston. No, Lambo is a bit too much for me. Rolls Royce, I do like Rolls Royce. I was looking at an Aston, but I don't know, wasn't really. Then I fell in love with one car, a Maserati Gran Turismo. I don't know why. There's something about it. It's like it's it's like it's a cool sporty car. It's like a GT car, but it's not ridiculous. Like it's not like a Lamborghini where everyone will be like, oh look, it's a Lamborghini, and I don't want to be driving and everyone looking at me at the same time. Do you know what I mean? But it's kind of understated. I really like it because another thing I was looking at was like an Audi R8, but then I was like, an Audi R8 is just again, it's a bit too flashy. I kind of like a bit. I like having a nice car, but I don't want to. I don't want to be like screaming. Do you know what I mean? It's the equivalent of wearing like a diamond encrusted watch. Like you're just. It's nice, but everyone's going to notice it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, they lose their value really. They do lose their value, but that's another reason why I want to get it because I'm not going to get it brand new. I'll probably get one that's like 5 years old. It's lost a lot of its value already. So the last guy took the hit on it, and then you can get them now for like 45, 50K. They're not that bad. It's as long as it's well looked after, service history, all that kind of stuff, clean title, then I'll buy that, have it for a few years. Okay, yeah, I'm going to lose money on it, of course. It's not going to go up in value, but if it loses 10K or something, 10, 15K in like 2, 3 years, all right, fine. That's all right with me. But yeah, I kind of liked it. So I'm looking at one tomorrow. So potentially I might come back tomorrow with my new car. Um, we'll see. My rich neighbor has a nice Audi, not sure which model. Says he can afford to buy it, but can't afford to maintain it. Yeah, this is it. Maintenance. There was a message by someone requesting my first $500 payout from a 25K funded account today. I feel so relaxed after learning order flow. Huge thanks to you. You helped me read the market, not to predict the market. Amazing. Yeah, Steve. Well done. I'm so glad to hear that, man. Congrats again. And $500 payout on a 25K account is very good. Very, very good. Audis, yeah. Audis are quite nice. I like Audis. But again, the only real Audi I'd want is I don't know. There's a few Audis I'd have. I was looking at the Aston. I was looking at Porsche. Like I forgot what it's called now. There's like this bigger Porsche. It's not a SUV. It's like a four-door saloon, Panamera, something like that. I was looking, but then I was like, it kind of looks a bit ugly. It looks like a stretched Porsche. I don't really like it, but I was like, nah, because I want four seats at least. That's what put me off the Audi R8, and plus it's too flashy. And then you got like Bentley as well, but I don't know, didn't really do much for me. The Maserati, I fell in love with it, man. Just everything about it, I just love that car now. I'm like, yep, I think I found the car I want. Will I probably break down and regret ever buying it? Most likely, but I'm willing to take that risk. Do you not think order flow is more stressful than like ICT concepts or something? I don't know. Depends on your character, Avery. I don't find it really stressful. I like the idea that look, order flow doesn't really, it doesn't make you less likely to, like, it doesn't cause more stress. It's more, I don't know. For me personally, as a scalper, I couldn't trade without order flow. I genuinely couldn't. I like knowing who's in the market, who's getting out, and look, you're going to get stopped out, but I can have super tight stops then, you know. If I get it wrong, I'm wrong very quickly, and okay, I haven't risked a lot. And when I'm right, I'm right quite nicely. Do you know what I mean? You get like a big move then, because you're timing your move. It's all about that kind of sniper entry, and that's what order flow kind of gives me, and I like that. So, but again, it depends. Some people find scalping really stressful. Some people like swing trading. I find swing trading stressful personally. Like holding a trade for days, even weeks. For me, that is too stressful. I don't like it. I don't like being in a trade, because being in a trade is stressful. So the quicker I'm out of that trade, the happy I am, you know? Same neighbor also has a Porsche. I don't like that guy. So just as a recap, doesn't look like we actually got to that area yet. We got very close, and then the market decided not yet, which is slightly annoying. But this could just be a little pullback and buyers come back in and then actually make the move up. Hopefully that is the case, because I would like to actually short the market at the top here. That would be nice. Oh, look at these buyers. It's just insanity, this market. Look at them instantly fail as well. Instant failure. Come on, guys. Let's do this. Just push the market up, get to 29,300, give me my short, let me jump in, make my money, and we can call it a day. Let's just do that. Please be good, be nice. I think copy trading is too stressful. Even if you stay small, it can really ruin the day. Yeah, copy trading, like I would copy trade maybe 2 accounts. I would, like, if I had like 5 prop accounts, I would never copy all 5. Hell no. I would rather have, just wait for a good trade on each one. Take one trade. If I lose it on one account, all right, I'll use the next account. Take a trade. If I win on that account, great, lock it out. And so basically I'm taking like 5 trades a day across 5 different accounts, but only risking, like maybe like on a 50K account, maybe you're risking 250 a day or something, you know? You think for someone just getting into trading, I should just full send order flow learning? And would you recommend prop firms to start with lower personal capital? Absolutely. I mean, I would always recommend order flow. If you learned order flow from the get-go, it will, I think it's the best way to trade in terms of scalping. If you're going to be a swing trader, you don't really need order flow. Volume profile is good to have as a swing trader, but the footprint won't be as really beneficial for you. But if you're trading, like if you want to be a scalper, so like a quick in and out type trader, the best way to do it is 100% order flow. And you really only want to trade either the NQ, the ES, really only those two, NQ or ES. Forget the other instruments. Their volume is not as good. The best instruments to trade for, the footprint is always going to be the NQ and the ES. All right. And 100% start with prop firms. Get yourself a good prop firm. Obviously, I would recommend Ola Prime because I work for them. But look at this. Trump is saying something, right? Trump is talking. He's got to be talking, right? And look at these buyers coming in, buying that dip. Holy moly. Surely Trump's talking. He's not. Okay, apparently he's not talking. I thought that something was going on there, because that was just very, very, very extreme. But yeah, start with a prop firm. Your own personal capital it's always good to trade your own money, but realistically speaking, I would say unless you have like 50 to 100K liquid that you can put in a futures account with a futures broker, and then still only trade micros, don't be going to minis. There's kind of, you can flip small accounts, don't get me wrong, but you're going to drive yourself insane and you're going to blow through a lot of money just trying to flip them constantly, right? Until you have like a decent buffer, you need to be able to withstand big kind of swings and like big bad times, because there are going to be days where you get beaten up. There are, you want to have a good enough buffer. You want to always calculate, if I lose 20 trades in a row, am I still okay? If the answer is yes, you're good to go. That's the budget you want. Not that you'll ever lose. Jeez, what is going on? Not that you'll ever lose 20 trades in a row. Hopefully not. But you got to like factor in not the best case scenario, always the worst case scenario in your account. That's the best way. Always prep your account for the worst case scenario. Prop firms, the rules obviously are a lot more strict. Like if you're on a live account, you can do whatever the hell you want. There are technically no rules. You can be a bit more lenient with your risk management, but I wouldn't recommend that either. But with a prop firm, honestly, if you stay disciplined and really, stick to, get yourself focus on, rather than focus on getting funded with one account quickly, focus on getting like 5 accounts funded and then start trading those 5 accounts, but trade them individually. Account 1, take a trade. So imagine if I want to go long now on account 1, I go long, I set my risk at 250, I stop. If that's a failed trade and I get stopped out, okay, I move to account 2. Then I wait for my next opportunity. If I see a next opportunity, I jump in. If I hit 250, loss again, I'm locking that account out. Now, if I make $400 or $500 win on the day, I'm locking myself out as well. And I do that across all 5 accounts individually, right? Then on the next day, the one you lost 250 on, you might make a win the next day on that account, and you're now up 250 because you made $500 on it. And then, do you see what I mean? Like because it gives you enough breathing room. If you have it across 5 accounts, it gives you enough breathing room to make mistakes, Whereas if you're only trading one account, realistically speaking, like on a 50K account, 250 loss a day, you can lose 8 trades in a row and you're out, which sounds like a lot, but it can happen. Do you know what I mean? Because you might not lose it all consecutively, 8 trades in a row. You might lose 2 trades, win 1 trade, lose 3, whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? But eventually, like, you get so close to that risk limit of blowing your account, the emotions start kicking in a bit, and generally speaking, it's done for. Very hard to kind of get an account if you're like negative 1,800 and your max loss is 2,000. Very hard to kind of claw your way back. Do you know what I mean? So good to have focus on getting the accounts first, then trade them individually. Don't put all your risk on one account. Has he started talking yet? Let's have a look. Where is it? I can't even see the video thing anymore. It's disappeared. Never mind. I do want to know what happened here. What does that line up with? Again, doesn't really line up with anything. It's just a big dip buyer by the looks of it. Just someone really buying dip. but it's suspicious volume again. It's very weird volume, and they did it again there. I wouldn't be surprised if it's I keep saying insider trading, but actually, I would say that's good chance that's insider trading. This 350 and this one as well, because we never saw them exit. Look, they entered here. It went against them quite hard. Do we see any sell volume that spikes up massively, like a stop being hit? Not at all. We never see it. I think, again, there's an insider in the market, but this time it's bullish by the looks of it. Hmm. My God, it's pissing it down here. Oh shit, yeah. It's like, wow. It's like torrential rain out there. It's like a flood. My biggest hang up currently is not my strategy. It is solid. I have trouble with execution in these market conditions. Really hard to move stop loss and take profit before they're hit. Yeah. The best thing to do then is just wait a few more hours after open, let it calm down, and then start trading. Because it is, to be fair, like trading during market open recently it's not easy, man. It really isn't easy. The market is brutal. Sammy, do you have a wife? I do not have a wife. I am a single man, not married. Hence why I'm buying a Maserati. That's a if I was married, I don't think I'd be allowed that car. Oh, look at that coming in. These sellers took control quickly there. But I think the buyers are going to try pump it up here potentially. I do think there's a insider buyer, insider trader. That volume of that 350 and again 350 looks so suspicious to me. With order flow, how much would you say it matters? What time? What time you trade at? I've been using ICD stuff, and that seems to be generally after post New York. Basically, you don't really want to be trading before New York open, and you don't really want to. You basically after New York open. Doesn't have to be right on the open. It can be an hour, 2 hours after. But basically, as long as as long as the stock market is open, it's a good time to trade. Can you marry my sister? You'll need to introduce me, Bonnie. I'm long ES there. Trump pump should be any min. I think there's going to be a pump based on Trump. The Trump pump. Trump is going to pump it. He's going to pump it up. Who made that song? Was it what? Joe Budden. Pump, 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 pump it up. That should be Trump's anthem. Do you completely stay out the London market? Yeah, like I don't even open my charts during London, to be honest. It's just no point. I mean, you can trade it. Don't get me wrong, I have done it in the past where I've traded London session. It's just so slow and boring. Like, and the volume is just so little. Like 30 contracts would be considered big in London session. You're like, whoa, 30 contracts. Whereas here, 30 contracts is kind of, it's nothing. It's no big deal. Yeah, only US session, Cody. Do you ever watch Pompidou? I've never heard of that. What is Pompidou, Justin? Man, these sellers are angry today. What is going on? They're going in for another push down. I thought those buyers may have had it. May have. I just want to get it to 29,300 so I can short the market. It's so annoying when the market leaves without you. And you're like, you got very close to the area I wanted to short at, and you decide, no, actually, I am not going to go short. I'm going to drop just before we get to that area. Look at this is, I mean, this is looking so bearish. Look at that volume distribution right now. But I think surely the buyers are going to start coming in soon and get this market back up again, because this is becoming ridiculous. It is madness. Look at all these sellers coming in, 70, 79. Look at that. And then they get eaten up quickly, and then buyers try and buy it up. I feel like Trump may pump this market up soon, because I haven't seen any of the sellers really the buyers really exit, especially that big buyer that came in with 300 there and another 300 there. You don't really see them exit. They're still in the market, and it's suspicious where they entered. It doesn't really, in my personal opinion, doesn't really make much sense why they entered there, you know? I'm starting to think the delay is part of the plan. It could be. Gives all his friends time to actually enter. Might be that. You never know, man. You never know. But look at this. Buyer's trap. This looks so bearish. Like, this looks disgusting right now. But you're not seeing, look, we took out the low. We're not seeing a spike in volume again. We should see a big spike in sell volume, but we haven't seen it, indicating that buyer is still in the damn market. That means there is someone with a lot of money who bought massive amounts here and here, and they haven't exited. They're still holding. Now, I don't know how far it could drop down. I don't know what the deal is. It could drop down 20, 30, 50, 90, 100 points more. Who knows? But it's starting to look more and more I look at it, it's starting to look suspicious in my book. It's because this buyer is not exiting. That's giving me this kind of no, there's no spikes. Every time we break the candle below you where you expect some kind of stop losses to be, nothing. I'm headed out to do some yard work. I'm going to stay away from the bleach. Have a great day, Coach Z. No problem. Have a great day, my friend. Enjoy your yard work. They want to shake longs, expecting a Trump pump. He must be any minute coming on. They just turned on stream. Okay, so he's coming on any minute. All right, let's see what he is doing. Jeez, look at this sell volume coming in. What is going on? This is madness. This is nuts. We just completely undid everything in one go. What is going on? I don't know, man. I don't know. I do think it's going to pump up based on whatever Trump's saying again, but I'm not seeing buyers exit, and that I cannot understand why they would not exit. Surely surely they would, surely this buyer here would want to get the hell out the market after that move as well. This is feeling so suspicious right now. Don't know about you guys, but I think this is suspicious as hell. My oh my, look at this volume. All coming in like absolute insanity. It's just sell, 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 sell. Every time buyers come in, they get trapped at the top of the candle. This is looking so bearish. It doesn't make any sense why there were those big buyers in the market who are still in the market. The question is, how far can this actually drop down? Because we took out that low, by the way. Where is it? Yeah, here. We took that out. Did we see a spike in volume when we took that out? No, we didn't. I mean, there was a little bit of a spike. So there was some stops getting hit, that 200. I don't trust it. I don't believe in it. I think this doesn't make sense. How do you know they're still in? Is it because you haven't seen sell volumes? Yeah, so you haven't seen the reason we can kind of acknowledge that they're probably still in the market is because we haven't seen like as the market went against them, where their stops would realistically most likely be. We haven't seen the volume spike, right? You would expect every time when stops get hit, you would see that spike in volume, right? Especially if a lot of volume came into the market. So they're still holding on. And you got to question, why are they holding? Now, theoretically, could they be swing traders? Yeah, they could, but that swing trading doesn't, no one enters, like even on the institutional level, they don't enter in one go when they're building a big long-term position. It's done passively over, spread out over big kind of over time. It's not done in like one go, enter 350. So whenever you see a big chunk of volume come in, that makes no sense. That's someone aggressively entering, and it's usually short-term moves. So I hope that kind of makes sense. Still waiting for Trump. Justin, let me know when Trump starts speaking. Thank you. This is insane. Look at this. They are literally dumping this market. As we got so close to the area I wanted to fricking short in, they're dumping the market. We got so freaking close to that area. We still haven't seen that person exit. They must be down like the worst drawdown ever. They're probably begging Trump to right now start talking. Damn. What an absolute. Trump being late has destroyed so many of my trades. Why does Trump do this? Why is he always late? Oh dear, oh dear. Come on, Trump. Start talking. I was thinking short too, but after Trump pump. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go in long until I see some kind of exhaustion or something from the sell side, because these sellers right now are way too good. So potentially here, if large sellers come in trying to push it down, they fail and we get above them, then I could start looking at potentially going long. But it's not looking bad actually. Potentially, who knows? But no, I'm not really interested in going long yet, and I want to see something a bit better. You know. It doesn't look terrible. Nah, see, sellers just plowed right through. It's not ready yet. He's got to be sure all his bodies have secured their position. Exactly. Make sure everyone's in their trades. Give them time. But I still haven't seen those buyers exit, which is insane. Considering how far we have dropped down, it is absolutely insane that buyers have yet to exit, or that those buyers. It's making me now question a little bit that maybe that wasn't insider trading. Maybe they did exit, we didn't see it. Maybe they just got bought up and it didn't close, and I missed it. I don't know. Trump is live. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, let me get my account ready. All right, come on, Trump, do your thing. Again, lots of buying coming in, not really doing that much damage. Hmm. Ooh. I don't want to chase it. I want to see sellers fail. All right, a few sellers coming in. 60, 40. Oh, there was a big chunk of sellers that came in right there. I want to see them fail. All right, fresh sellers coming in, 20, 10. Not a lot though. Oh, big chunk of buyers. Decent. Can we get the pump? Is Trump gonna pump? Oof, decent. It's all a bit over the place right now, but I'm starting to like the fact those sellers that came in there failed. Buyers are coming in. I think this could potentially be the start of something, but you'll know when it's insider because it will just go in one giant candle. If it's insider trading, if those people were insider trading, we're expecting one giant instant bullish move that is just, huge move up just in one go. None of this kind of trickling stuff, none of this, like it's just in one go, bang. But it all comes down to what Trump is going to say and do. Let's see. Forties, nothing crazy really. The volume wise, I'm not seeing anything too, too crazy, or it's starting to look again more bullish in terms of the volume distribution. Notice how buyers are buying at the top a bit better. Sellers are kind of trapped at the bottom. Oh, there was a big chunk of sellers that came in, but they got instantly wiped out. It's definitely looking more bullish. Sellers try to take control. $50, $60, $69, $70. No crazy volume yet. You can normally tell when something's about to be said or announced because it goes a little bit crazy. Like everything just, I can't explain it. You'll see that kind of, all of a sudden the numbers will just change so fast and the candles will move so quick. I'm not really seeing it yet. This is just looking like a general good bullish kind of move. Sellers are still trickling in, but they do get eaten up. I haven't seen any crazy buy volume come in yet. Nothing like spectacular, you know. Getting a bit better, the volume. But again, I don't think the move has happened yet. I think the major actual move has happened. But I'm definitely more bullish on this market. 29,300 I want it to go to. So I can short it. Oh, sellers coming in hard. This is going to be the test. Will buyers be able to get above those sellers? I think they might do. They're trickling in a bit. 3, 5, 9. Nothing spectacular, but the volume's not there, which is 20. Not bad. Oh, they got instantly absorbed again. Yeah, buyers look like they're starting to fail here, you see? It's very odd. Oh, no, they're taking control again, potentially. No, instantly, sellers eat them up. Oh, no, there we go. Something might happen here. It's looking a bit, this might be, we might get the move any second, potentially. You want to see like a big change in volume all of a sudden. Nothing. 90, 100. That's a bit better numbers, but nothing spectacular. That buyer is still very much in the market. But there are so many sellers, which is insane. Sellers keep coming in. Look at that. Look at that damage that they're doing. They're able to really actually hurt the buyers a little bit by pushing that market down. They're a force to be reckoned with, I'll tell you that. Come on. Where is this news that we know that insider is trading. Trump, is Trump saying anything special yet? Is he talking? Is he muttering on about the war yet? I don't know. But the thing is, Trump earlier was talking negatively about it. So it would be really weird if he comes out and says something positive. But I guess, I don't know, anything's possible, right? He's waffling about swimming pools and bins. Oh, okay. Well, the market likes to move on swimming pools and bins so far. This is look at these sellers coming in. What is wrong with them? But I'm not seeing this insider trader pile on any extra orders. It's almost like they just entered and left and never really came back. I would expect more obvious kind of buying happening. I'm a little bit, I don't know. Was it an insider? I think it was, but it might not have been. It might just be a madman. Anything is possible. There are plenty of crazy people out there with way too much money. Not everyone is, clued up and knows what they're doing. Again. All right, so there's some buying coming in. Hmm. Oh, it got absorbed quickly. We're at the point of control as well, which is interesting. Sellers are definitely defending the point of control. You can see them coming in. Sellers are defending the point of control. But they are getting absorbed at the bottom there. Bottom of our little range, there is definitely absorption happening. You can see the numbers spiking up on the sell side, but we're not really going down. They might break out here. No, yeah, hard to tell. Maybe not. No, they're getting absorbed. This is so choppy. This is the worst market in history. What is going on? No, they're breaking out. And again, we're not seeing buyers getting stopped out. Why is that? We're not seeing a spike in sell volume when we break those lows. It's almost like buyers are just not giving up their position. But that, truth be told, that doesn't make sense unless it is insider trading. But then I believe it would have happened by now. They're in such drawdown, these buyers. Are they? I don't know. This is. I can never understand insider trading and what goes through their minds and how they. Well, I guess if you know, you know, right? Why would you care about drawdown? Why would you even set a stop loss? You wouldn't care, would you? If you know something's about to be said, you don't care about stop loss. So he's still waffling on about swimming pools, Justin. Maybe they have a big account. They definitely have a big account, but big account or not, you still have stops where you still have some form of risk management. And every time we see lately, when we've seen certain traders not let go of their position, it's been insider trading. When they just don't have basically stops, where you never see them get out the market, it's always been insider trading. I guess they want to enter earlier as well to not raise too much suspicion. If you enter just before Trump starts talking, you know, that's like 10 minutes before, like they used to. That became so suspicious and so obvious that, you know, even mainstream media picked up on it and was like, what the hell's going on here? And did stories about it. The BBC investigated it and everything. It became such big news because it was too obvious. So maybe they're being a bit more, all right, you know, buy a couple of hours before, whatever, and just hold it. I don't know, man. I don't know. But boy, oh boy, these sellers, like this is looking so bearish again. Look at all those buyers at the top of the distribution. I just want to see if this news actually comes out, if it is insider trading, if we get the pump. I'm not confident enough to actually buy it, to be honest, and trade it because my stop is. I'm still going to have risk management in place, and unfortunately, the risk management will most likely get me stopped out before the move. You know. Let me move this. Ugh. Maybe we'll get it. Maybe we won't. I don't know, Justin. What do you think? Do you still think it's going to pump? Because it was a lot. It was a lot of volume in one go, but it's hard to know, right? Look at that. Look at that. Insane. These sellers are just undoing everything the buyers are doing. Look at this. They have no chill. Sellers are coming in so strong. That is the scary part. You know, they're like ridiculously strong. And then buyers buy the dip. I'm holding small long. The shorts seem too easy. They hate the shorts. Yeah. It does seem like one giant trap almost if you were to short it. I just want to see this pump. I just want to see if the news comes out, what it is as well. What caused those people to buy? What do they know? I'm so curious. And I want to see it live happen, you know? I want to see how the order flow transacts just before. You know, I want to see the it's exciting, but it could happen it could happen in 10 seconds, it could happen in 10 minutes. Who knows when it will happen? Oh, man, I've been on long. I've been almost 2 hours. I think 20 points would deplete shorts and then they could come down if they choose. But no way they let new short profits, in my opinion. Not without a shake. Yeah. Very true, man. Very true. See, part of me would want to go long here. Order flow wise, a little bit, but I'm not seeing anything too spectacular from the buyers right now. If anything, buyers keep trying to push it up and failing, and then sellers come in a bit and then boom, push them back down again. Don't I don't know. I wouldn't want to. Order flow wise, I don't like either side. But if I had to bet, I would bet up. I'll bet bullish just because of that, what I believe is an insider trader. It's literally the only thing. But I'm starting to lose hope, not hope, but I'm starting to lose faith that maybe it is an insider trader. It's just, it feels like it should have happened already. This has been a while back. Then such drawdown. Yes, they never really exited, but I don't know, man. I'm starting to potentially lose faith in this because everyone wants to sell. And we're not seeing any massive volume come in from the buy side, like another insider, jumping in 400 contracts or something. If we saw that, then we'd be like, aha, they're still in the market. They're still, do you know what I mean? They're adding more. They're averaging down. But it's like they entered twice ages ago, then huge drawdown, and that was it. They're not really doing anything. Don't they want to make more money? Show me a sign you're still in the market. That's what I want to see. I want to see a sign that they're still there, still actively in this trade, trying to, because even if news does come out and it pumps a bit, I don't know how much they're going to make, but the pump might not be that great. You know, you might know that Trump is going to say something positive, but it might even only just get them back to break even at this point because we've moved far away, like really far away. We've moved. So I don't know. Look at this. Look at these sellers just coming in. No chill at all. Just boom, 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 boom. These sellers. Well, guys, I think I'm going to leave it here. I'm hungry as hell. I haven't eaten. It's been 2 hours. If the pump happens, it happens. I'm not in any trade, so I'll check back in a few hours, and tomorrow we'll laugh about it if it happens. But yeah, I'll leave it here for today. Thank you all for tuning in. Come back tomorrow. I'll be back again 9:30 Eastern as always. And yeah, thank you all for tuning in. It's always a pleasure. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.